Acute scarcity of the Naira. Zenith Bank staff scale fence to escape attack by angry customers. Now, the acute scarcity of the Naira in Nigeria have continued to raise dust. Not just dust, but honestly speaking, is capable of throwing the country into palpable tension, anxiety. Yes, and if not checked properly, it can degenerate into anarchy. Yes, from what we're saying. Now, the scarcity of this Naira in the Africa's biggest economy, as they have said. Because when you see the population of this country, the population of Nigeria and what is happening now, you're going to understand that, look, if these people allow this thing to continue, it will degenerate into anarchy. There's no gainsaying the fact. And so, customers have been protesting, alleging hoarding of the notes by their banks. They have been accusing their own banks. Customers accusing their banks that, look, you are holding this money. Why? Release the money for us. And so the banks are at risk as we are speaking now. Talking about the staff of the banks. They're at risk. They may be lynched. And so it happened that even at Zenith Bank, policy in data state, staff were scaling fence. Even mothers were scaling the fence to evade attack by angry, frustrated bank customers. Their customers they were scaling fence to evade attack by these persons, the angry customers. Now, a staff member said they had involved in the bank hawk patrol team to control the situation. Yes, they involved the data hawk patrol team, I beg your pardon. They involved the Delta Hawk patrol team to control the situation. And so he said, you don't need to be slow, be fast. They can't enter. That's what the staff were saying in the report. Okay? So they contacted the police relations officer, Delta State Command, and he said the details of the incident, as the Delta State Police Command were contacted, he said details were still unclear of what is happening in that, or what happened in that Zenith Bank in that state. So look at what he said. I quote, I can't comment now because the information is sketchy. We have seen the video circulating on social media, but throughout yesterday, our men were at that branch till they closed. It might have happened in the bank premises, which the men of the police force have not been able to lay concrete information about. So, but Nigerian banks has been accused of frustrating the Naira design policy of the Central Bank of Nigeria, that is the commercial banks. The CBN in December 2022 unveiled this new 1,500 and 200 notes. This thing was done with a view to withdrawing the old notes by January 31, 2023. But the date was shifted by 10 days with a 7 days grace period. Yet, what are we saying? The money can't be seen. This is almost getting to the point of the deadline. Yet, the money is not in circulation, the new money. So the CBN has been faulted by political actors, civil society organizations, and economics for their poor implementation. Okay? So, but the CBN is saying, this money you are talking about is, we have given it to the commercial banks. They are the ones sabotaging our agreement with them. In Abuja, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission arrested the operations manager of a commercial bank for holding 29 million naira of the new notes. So the CBN said they have directed banks to load their ATMs with the new notes and also pay over the counter. But some banks are said to be conniving with big clients, politicians, and depriving the retail depositors of their cash. That's what the CBN governor, Godwin Emefiele, said. I've seen it. So this act by banks has culminated in the grievances of bank customers. So they're angry. Honestly speaking, if you're a bank staff now, the best thing for you is to, is either you resign or you pack yourself well. Pack yourself well, because it's not a good time for bank staff. It's not a time that you come and brag that you're a bank staff. No, there's nothing to brag about now. There's nothing to show off now. It's a time you move quietly, and go to your working place, or if you are coming back home, you quietly, go to your house, because the situation in Nigeria is tensed. Nigerians are angry. They are ready to mob any staff cited now because of the situation. Is very bad and terrible. Yes, you can deny someone anything, but not food. Not food. Nigerians can't have food on their table as we are speaking for over 2 weeks because of this shortage of Naira. Not just shortage, acute scarcity or acute shortage of this new Naira notes. Nigerians can have not just new Naira, no money in circulation, no cash. You can't find it, you can't see it anywhere, both old and new. You can't find it. So, how do you get food? How do you buy grocery? How do you buy your the things you need to prepare your food? Okay, so people cannot do anything. They cannot transport themselves from one place to another because no money. And so you have seen the economy we're running. Even the transfer, they say you should transfer money. We're internet banking. Nothing is working. You go and buy something and you transfer money. Before the person you transfer the money will get the alert, it will take up to 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. And the person will not give the services or will not provide the goods you requested or you have bought until the person sees the alert, which we have said takes up to 4 days. Is that how to run the cashless economy? No, the country is in tatters, it's in shambles. You are claiming to run a cashless economy. This is the country is in Dabaru. In Dabaru, a Dabaru country. You are claiming that you want to run a cashless economy. You are suffering the people, impoverishing them. Look, there is hunger in the land. There's anger and frustration in the land. And we hope that Nigerians will use this opportunity to advance their cause, particularly the southern Nigeria, the Biafrans, to advance the cause, to know that, look, there's no Mekotalism. You have seen the level we are in now. Look at the rest of the world, where they are moving forward, where they are heading to. Look at what we are talking about. Look at the stage we are. Look at the back seat we are. Others are telling Nigerians, please be coming. We are talking about those who set at center with Nigeria during the 1960s of independence. Yes, those countries like in the Asia, in the South Americas, they are telling Nigeria, where are you? Far behind, wobbling giant, sleeping giant. Okay, so this country with enormous resources, natural resources, huge material or human resources, very huge human resources, they are unable to make ends meet. The country is poor and impoverished. The people there, they are peasant farmers. They have no job. The youths, 30% of everybody youth at their productive age, no job. 30% unemployment rate. So what are we not talking about? It's a failed state entirety.